Hi Aries. Alright, welcome to this place. Welcome back if you're returning. Happy November, Scorpio season, or whenever you arrive. This is a beautiful adjustment time for you. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Before we jump into your reading, in case you didn't know, I wanted to share, because how would people know unless I tell them, right? It's some of you are very good mind readers, but it's hard, right? There's a lot of energy. So anyway, I created a deck of cards. Well, one wants to stay down. Oh, there's a fishy. I love this card. It's really funny. It cracks me up. I created a deck of cards called Zumi Wisdom, and they were such a treat to create, and I'm really happy to be able to share. Those of you who have already ordered, thank you so very much. I'm doing a pretty small run because I don't want to overwhelm myself. Sometimes I put a lot on my plate, but I'm more insight. Yeah, I'm more aware now of like what I can really handle, I guess, as I am becoming more of an authority over my mind, body, and spirit, to an extent that I know what I can do. So anyway, I'm very excited to share it with you. If you want to check it out or share with other people, I'd really appreciate it. I'll put the website below. Okay, let's jump in here. So Aries, oh, I love you so much. So firstly, this is a adjustment point to you. It's a soft corner. You're the one you have an opportunity to be able to do something in this time. I feel like I'm supposed to go over your notes first. I heard someone say to themselves, like, oh, I knew it. When that went through my body specifically, the message came through, again, I don't know if you could feel that or see it, but we smiled about it, like, oh, I knew it. And it was a good thing. I guess because we're talking to a lot of people, it could come another way, like, oh, I knew that. It's a little bit stepped back a little bit, but either way, I don't feel like it's that big a thing if it's not something that's totally smiling about. Okay. I also saw that someone's working backwards, or working, that's not the right word. It seems as if one is working backwards, but they're actually just building from the bottom up like they should. And because someone wants to feel more of something in their life. And I guess because they emphasize to themselves, I want to. I mean, you can't tell an Aries what to do, so you have to want to do it, right? Leo, the other fire. So someone says, I want to. And then because of that, they can start to feel what they want to. Once they know that feeling and can interact with it, then this starts folding more in to the day-to-day. And so I think that's someone's working in like a step-to-step process like that. Oh, that feels really smooth. And I do sense that specifically spirit is more in your days, or someone that you're close to, you're admiring the way that they pray, or the maybe their religious space, I don't know. But either way, spirit is a wider word also. I also see some really fair relationships if you're partnered up, business or marriage. They can also be beneficial or have Juno's been in Libra for a while, so this could have been over this year where, again, your partnerships at work or, again, in your romantic sector have been very helpful to you some way or another, and I don't know, maybe you just want to acknowledge that. I also saw someone's mother's boyfriend or somebody's husband. I don't know if this was like a stepdad. It felt more present tense than like way back in childhood. If there's also been... Oh, we're supposed to read this rune next. Okay, and then we'll go into that. So, this ing, I-N-G, ing, that kept coming. It's another sign too, but it was really strong with you. And it reminded me of the rune Ingus. It looks like this. I already had the page marked for some reason. And what's trippy is that at the end of Leo's reading, I saw this. I don't know if everyone else saw this, but in the fire, this rune was in there. So then this rune speaks of fertility, new beginnings, and Ing specifically is, oh, I see, is the hero god. Okay. Before I make a public speech, I'll take a sip of water. Okay. It says this rune is akin to the moon. Gemini talked a lot about that. The intuitive part of our nature. With its urge towards harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. Okay. Ingus embodies the need to share, the yearning to be desired, a search after similarities. This is the completion of beginnings. And, oh, that's so interesting. I noticed it really specifically with you is we have so many planets right now. I don't know if you're aware, but Pluto's last degrees, Saturn's in its latter degrees, Neptune's in its latter degrees, Chiron's in its latter degrees, Uranus is in its latter degrees, even Juno. There's a good chunk over there that's, we've all been learning these big things for quite some time. These are slower planets, right? And these slower lessons, if you will. And if we could talk about how we've been working on our more intuitive parts, or being more in tune with the moon, with seeing things that can't be seen, right? Not being tricked by things that are an illusion. Just coming to more... It's like we're entering into a new stage. So again, it says this rune, Ingus, is the completion of beginnings. This is also what Ingus requires. It says, drawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance, a new life, a new path. It is a rune of great power. Receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution, from which comes a new beginning. Above all, completion is crucial here. It may be timely that you complete some project now. If so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be clarified or resolved. Beautiful. Gemini talked a lot about that, the mind. The appearance of this rune also indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. All things change in this beautiful autumn time, right? All things change. We can see it. This season, like October into November, Libra, Scorpio, and remember that in your map too, is where Libra, Scorpio is I feel it is autumn. You know, again, where we can see it literally changing day by day. It says, therefore all things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstructions. Ingus signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. You may be required to free yourself from a rut, habit, or relationship, from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self you are now leaving behind. For the time of birth is always a critical one. Movement can involve danger, yet movement that is timely leads us out of danger. The time has come to enter the delivery room. As this is also one of the cycle runes, right? We complete the beginning, then we start working through these different layers of cycles. It says this also is counsels preparation. So being centered and grounded, freeing yourself from all unwanted influences, and seeing the humor, you are indeed prepared to open the will of heaven and to await your deliverance with calm certainty. Awaiting deliverance. So maybe something even specifically, I'm seeing this go into like, somebody maybe get something in the mail too. If we pulled this back, I mean, this is so deep. So maybe something to think about. And I think part of the reason why we're meant to clear out some kind of old thing, not only it being Scorpio time, but through this rune, is the rune that comes after this, according to Ralph Blum anyhow, is Iwaz, which sort of speaks about an obstacle in your path. So if we let go now, then we'll be more prepared for that. You know, it reminds me of the, you know, when there's a branch in front of you, like what do you do? When there's a boulder in front of you, what do you do? You know, when it's, if it happens to be something bigger, then we want to make sure that we are open, right? We have space to be able to deliver help or ability within that circumstance. Okay. Also, since, well, let's pick a card and see. Oh, okay. That one's for later. Let's choose from Harmonious Boschk. He must have been a very interesting fellow. The art is so cool. He like lived in a whole nother world. Very trippy. Especially for that time. Like, Aries. Ooh, the King of Swords and the Queen of Birds. Wow, what mature, powerful energy. So there's an air sign. Or air is very, conversations with others are very significant. Oh yeah, you could be talking a lot. Or there's blessed sort of conversations. It could be enlightening. Someone has a lot to say. Oh, okay, I see. If there's been a space where it's felt slow, like hard to connect with something, that's actually been protecting a person and rejuvenating. It's kind of like, okay, you have to, so there may be something someone needs to wait upon in this time, but I also sense that this is part of the lesson of what's been happening with all those planets in the latter degrees. That's the way I'm feeling, is it's coming in, like these two things connecting. Because it's sort of like someone's accepting what something is. Let's see the card with that. Oh, the High Priestess. Whoa. Someone has a strong entourage. I don't know what that word means. Is that like a crew? Somebody's been talked down to a lot or yelled at a lot in their life, and I heard made poor choices, but that doesn't have to be you. Someone's so talented here, so intelligent, so wise, so informed. They even have secret knowledge. Like, they understand things that, like, some people will never wrap their heads around. It's like someone so wild and someone so pure. That you? Someone's trying to forgive themselves too for something. I guess you could. So a person could really see the change in somebody during this time. You know, maybe you want to see even your own change in yourself. You know, I heard acknowledge that, love that. Acknowledge and love the changes you see in other people. Nurture when necessary. Someone's very honest too. I guess sometimes that can be a little harsh. Huh. Let's see what's Zodiac. Oh, actually, let's ask Sumi. Because this all seems pretty serious, very adult, right? High Priestess. We got Jesus. You know, Queen of Swords, again, Queen of Birds. Oh, someone's very... Okay, we talked about having conversations. That's still happening. But there's also... I'm seeing another layer where there's a person here that's actually... doesn't really say much. So when they say things, it's really strong. Or like if someone was to give, I don't know, their thoughts about something. A person's more selective in their speech, I guess. I don't think it's because they don't... help me explain this. Well, you're very influential. People really listen to you. Someone's not affected by other people's words either. They're not like tripping about it. Even if someone was all worked up about something, this is like, hey, okay, I'm listening. I heard, get it out. But that doesn't mean accepting abuse, and I think sometimes there'd been abuse in that way, where someone was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just take it. But this is a different, completely different kind of example that I'm seeing. Okay, Zumi, help us to, I guess, how to work to the next step, because we figured out this corner of the puzzle. Okay, that's that corner. So someone's clear about that. And I guess how you round the corner. Stability. Look at this. Round the corner perfectly. Well, Gemini's reading will be very helpful. As you round the corner, it's better that way. So someone's gone all the way to the edge of something. Now they're working their way back in. And I saw someone sort of making a rug from the outside in. Or weaving from the outside in. Insight, stress, direction. Oh, you're a warrior, so when you have to, you do, right? But usually in ways of war, the soldier isn't always in the position of having to ultimately defend itself and or kill, right? It like saves that energy of, I gotta do this right now, until it's right there. So maybe, I guess someone could potentially work well under stress and that gives them direction. But I heard you don't have to make that your purpose, but you could know that you're good at that. And in certain circumstances, that's probably very helpful. Family could also be helpful right now. And I'm seeing Venus and Saturn. So these are very reliable relationships. This is relationships you've had for a long time. I guess I would emphasize family. I just saw 12/12. Maybe this is somebody's birthday. Okay. Let's see his zodiac to close this out. Aries. I don't want to say too much. The Queen of Swords, it's better to be selective. Aquarius. I'd like one more on that. Someone loves to learn from you. You're a very good teacher. Mercury and the Sun. Yeah. Mercury and the Sun are actually in Scorpio right now. And Saturn's in Aquarius, right? So, what am I seeing? So now until Aquarius. Now until February. I also saw that Gemini or Gemini's reading will help you in ways of love through from Aquarius until Taurus. And if you go from your ascendant and you sextile either way, 11th house, second house, those two are highlighted also. That's like, because I saw some kind of exaltation in a person, right? Because what did Ingus say to roll this back in? Ingus was talking about making space for deliverance, for the delivery to come to you, right? You ordered it. I heard someone ordered it. They asked for it, and now it's coming to you. Virgo. So yeah, I guess it could come in a lot of different ways. It's kind of like whatever you've been asking for. Someone's learning better stress management as well. Oh, the direction of Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde, right? That may be a time to sort of, I don't know if it's shift gears or something starts actually going forward, even though that's going backwards. It's like, because it's giving us an opportunity to enter into something again, right? Sagittarius, Capricorn. And that's December, January, right? Okay. I hope this was helpful, Aries. Thank you so much for being a part of this place. Thank you for the cool lessons and conversations and channelings. You know, it wouldn't work if you weren't here, I guess. If we weren't all together. So thanks. I appreciate you. Yeah, the lovers. I love ya. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.